Hello, this is Bertrand65 again, and this E3 reaction video will be on the Sony press conference. Last year, Sony really smoked the competition, especially Microsoft. Has Sony done it again this year? Yes, but not that much. It's more like they just kind of pushed them off their chair. Last year, they basically pulled the rug underneath them, wrapped it up, and then threw it down flight of stairs. They started out with a preview of the new game they mentioned last year, Destiny, or is it Last Guardian? I don't know which one they talked about. They introduced that when Destiny comes out on September 9th. There's also going to be a special PS4 bundle, a white PS4. They also showed gameplay from the Order 1886 that they introduced last year. Pretty interesting, I will give it that. They also introduced an indie type game from a new company. The game is called Entwined. Very artsy, musical-like. I would give it a shot. They also brought out, I believe it's a DLC or it's a new game, Infamous First Light. It goes through connection with Second Son. They showed a preview, not actual gameplay. It looks great. Then they talked about and showed gameplay of Little Big Planet 3. This time with 4-op co-op mode. Then they showed a preview video of Bloodborne. Very grim, medieval, zombie, vampire type stuff. Then they showed more. They showed actual gameplay for Far Cry 4, where in the demo they showed, they mentioned about co-op. Very good. Then they had a preview video of Dead Island 2. At first when you see the video, it's like, okay, this guy's a jerk, exercising, and then in the background you see zombies eating people, and then at the end, the jogger turns to a zombie. Then, Magica 2. I wouldn't say like Gauntlet, but four-player co-op, magicians. Find the video, magician has a kitty, pets it, and then at the end she accidentally blows up the kitty. PETA is calling, they can just shut up for all I care. Then they talked, and an executive came out, talked about that they received many letters because they wanted input, suggestions from us, the gamers. One of them was from a little girl named Tim Schafer. The Tim Schafer of Double Fine. Now, what I've heard is that Sony, because I think Disney bought the rights to Double Fine, and they did ask Double Fine, they are going to remake Grim Fandango. I've never played Grim Fandango. The only Tim Schafer game I played was Psychonauts. I wouldn't mind they make a remake of it or a sequel. Then they showed games from a developer company called Devolver. It's a new production company that's helping Sony. Then they showed a preview of Let It Die. Looks more like a survival type game, multiplayer. No Man's Sky is another real open universe type game made from a new company that just came out. Then they talked about the PlayStation camera. This is not like the Kinect. They also talked about Project Morpheus, their own virtual reality headset gear. And at this point, they talked more about the hardware, what new system elements come out. PS4 will be doing uploads to YouTube. They are improving the PlayStation Network. They've introduced 2 features. A new one coming out later this year, PlayStation Now. Later on, they've talked about this last year, PlayStation TV, a device that lets you play PlayStation games on another television. Very interesting. I do not have a PS4. Like I said, when I get a job, get money, I'll start going back up to modern times. Then they showed a preview video and gameplay of Mortal Kombat X. Or Mortal Kombat 10, whatever you call it. They've really went to new levels on this one. It does introduce new characters. Some sort of wasp type lady and a big heavyset guy with a little twin. Carry him around. I just realized I left something out of my list. PlayStation 4 will be featuring a brand new television series called Powers. It's an anime series made from the comic book. About a detective group that solves crimes, but these are involving powers. Like if a superhero dies or a supervillain dies in mysterious ways, they solve them. Then they showed more in-depth footage of Metal Gear Solid 5. It looks amazing. When it does come out, I do suggest you play it. Then they showed gameplay for Batman Arkham Knight. Really in-depth. It does better than what Origins does. They've also talked about there was a Ratchet and Clank movie in the works. They did show a preview teaser video of it. Then at the very end, I did not see this. My computer, the website messed up on me. They did show footage, a teaser of Uncharted 4. This year, Sony did good, still better than Sony. Still than Microsoft. I give Sony 8 out of 10. They did very good. They talked about games and hardware, especially for the PS4, what's coming out to make it enhance it, more gameplay and stuff. My next review will be on Nintendo, which had their press conference, their direct, earlier today. Anyway, this is Dragon 65. Sign off.